What's up, guys? Daniel at DLifeHC, and today we're going to be talking about 5 new games that came to Game Pass these past couple of weeks and 2 games that are leaving the service. I thought of talking about a couple games that I've currently been playing on the service, but we already have a lot to talk about, so we'll leave that for next week's show. Anyways, with that said, let's get into it. Bloodroots is probably the best game released on Game Pass these last couple of weeks. It's a really cool game that is kind of like a 2.5D hack and slash with really cool graphics and very fast-paced gameplay. Also, I forgot to mention, it's really bloody, especially at the beginning of the game, as it begins with some bad guys destroying your entire village and killing everyone in it. You then go on a mission to avenge your lost friends, and it continues to be really bloody, but it's incredibly good. Cris Tales is a really beautiful looking turn-based RPG that boasts amazing vector art. So besides having really beautiful artwork, it also has a really interesting story. It begins with Cris as she explores her environment and finds out that a frog has taken a rose she needs from her garden. You follow the petals that the frog has left, and you actually find them in a church where you're told your destiny, and so there it begins. Raji is a really cool action platformer based on Hindu mythology. It has great graphics. The game has you climbing and running on walls, jumping from pole to pole, platform to platform, and finally beating up on bad guys using those exact tactics while rolling and striking. It's interesting that the in-game graphics are actually better than the cutscene graphics. I would have preferred that they used the exact same graphics for the cutscenes and the gameplay, but it still looks really good. Last Stop is a narrative-driven adventure game that, while it has kind of weird, like low-budget 3D art style, it still has a really cool story. It begins with 2 kids running from the police. Find this guy with a briefcase. He opens the door where you find a magical portal. The girl ends up actually going into it, but the boy ends up hesitating and getting captured. The rest of the story goes on as you play the background characters to get to know how you got to the scene at the beginning. Atomicrops reminds me of Plants vs. Zombies, but this one is a tower defense with a twist. You are literally planting crops, watering them, growing them, and then protecting them from attackers. While protecting them, the game turns into a twin stick shooter where you're basically shooting at alien creatures that are trying to destroy your crops. And lastly, there are 2 games that are leaving the service, which is too bad because these 2 games are touch compatible, but whatever. Undermine is a game that is very Metroidvania-like, but it's also a lot like games like Hyper Light Drifter or Dead Cells, except for it's taking place in a mine instead of above ground. The graphics are nice, very pixel arty, so if that sounds like a good time to you, I played a little bit of it and it's pretty good. The Tourist is an action-adventure game where you get to explore different parts of an island while solving puzzles and interacting with people and things that are around the area. I didn't play a lot of this game, but it does have a really cool like Minecraft art style, and I've heard a lot of great things about it. So remember to give these a chance before they leave. Alright guys, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys checking out the channel. Let us know which of these games you like the best in the comments below. Or if you're currently playing any of these, let's talk about them in the comments. You can also take the conversation even further on our Discord. Info will be in the video description. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like these. Lastly, check out our Twitter account for gameplay of the latest releases. But most importantly, remember to always stay 1 up.